The absolute last thing that I was expecting tonight from the Toronto Maple Leafs to the Minnesota Wild. A team in Minnesota who plays, as I mentioned in the last video, and I said it on Twitter to start the day, they play a really well-structured defensive game. The Leafs win 7-4 over the Minnesota Wild. And by the way, if you want to check out the Twitter, the link is down in the description for that, or X. The link is down in the description, so follow up there if you've not done so already, guys. Please go do so. I've been very active the last 2 games, and I'd like to continue to do that for you. Let's break down this puppy. Because holy smoke, Auston Matthews is insane. That's about the only word that I can find to just another hat trick. 6 goals in 2 games and back-to-back hat tricks to start the year for 34. What is happening? First period, Ryan Hartman scores just under 10 minutes in to make it a 1-0 Wild lead. And then just over a minute after that, puck gets wrapped around the boards. Bertuzzi knocks it down. Marner centers it to Auston Matthews. And that wrister, low blocker. He's nuts! Leafs have tied the game at 1. And Matthews, at that point, has goal number 4 on the season. Marner gets the lone assist on the goal at 10:54 of the first period. Then, just under 2 minutes after that, Leafs in the power play, and, Nylander gets back at the point, fires it down low to Auston Matthews, and fires it towards the net. I initially thought it goes off John Tavares. It does not. I think it went off the defender, Jonas Brodin, and into the back of the net. Matthews has 2. And the Leafs have a 2-1 lead. Matthews on the power play from Willie Nylander at 12:35. And they weren't done. With under a minute to play in the first period, Willie Nylander, and my God, JT drops it off for Willie and the little whoop toe drag past the defender and just a power move right to the net and beats Philip Gustafsson. And ladies and gentlemen, Philip Gustafsson, been a great goaltender for the Wild. And he shut out the Florida Panthers to start the season. But if your last name is Gustafsson, and you're playing here at Scotiabank Arena, bad things happen. And Leaf fans who don't know what I'm talking about, don't know the former Leafs goaltender, Jonas Gustafsson, a.k.a. The Monster. Yeah, when you have a nickname coming over from Sweden that is The Monster, and he was like 6'5", I think he was, a big dude. High expectations, had some heart problems as well. But when he did play, wasn't great. Career best 902 save percentage with the Leafs. Then both of his other years were sub 900 save percentage. It was ugly for the Monster. And Philip Gustafsson, after shutting out the Florida Panthers, has allowed 3 goals in the first period. And Nylander scores from Max Domi and John Tavares at 19:37 of the first period. I think that's Domi's first point on the season. And the Leafs go into the intermission up 3-1. And shots on goal were 13-12 in favor of Minnesota, actually. And I truly said it on Twitter, and I believed it, that Minnesota deserved a better fate in that first period. I think they played the better period, but the Leafs just capitalized on basically all of their chances. In the second period, and the Leafs get an early power play. I'm trying to find the goal here. I'm trying to, you know what? I missed the goal yesterday in the first game because there were so many. And I'm like, today they scored 7. I got to make sure I get this for you guys. So Riley comes down off the point, drops it down low to, I think it's Mitch Marner, I believe, with a little touch pass to Tyler Bertuzzi, who buries it. And you're looking kind of swatted at it. It wasn't really like it was a shot on net, but who cares? His first as a Leaf. And the Leafs now lead it 4-1. Power play goal from him. Oh, it was Kelly Yarncrook. It wasn't Mitch Marner. Kelly Yarncrook and Morgan Riley at 3:35 of the second period. The Leafs, under 4 minutes into the second, have a 4-1 lead. And you're looking at it like, okay, well, Samsonov's look pretty good. We're at 1 goal and like 13 shots at this point. It's good. However, the chances the Leafs D is giving up is just astronomical. And that's the one thing I look at and I'm like, man, I love watching these guys score a bunch, but that's just a glaring thing that is not fun to watch. Watching Jake McCabe pinch left and right. You know, as much as John Klingberg has looked very good for me in the first couple games, him and Jake McCabe just look very scary together. Matt Boldy scores less than a minute after the Bertuzzi goal to make it a 4-2 game. 5 minutes after that, Marco Rossi scores his first NHL goal. And just like that, we're not even halfway through this game, and it's a 4-3 Leaf lead. Lots of hockey to play, and they're starting to get some bounces. Now the Leafs do weather the storm in the second period. They end up getting shots on goal were 9 apiece in the period. And they, like I said, they were able to weather the storm and head into the third period still with a 4-3 lead. Then, and I said, again, I want you guys to check out the Twitter. I said it on Twitter. The Leafs needed to get that next goal, right? That was the big thing. They needed to find a way to get that next goal. And Morgan Rielly, TJ Brenner has it at the point. Everyone in the arena is yelling shoot, because what else is new? He kind of fires it down to the half boards to Morgan Rielly, and a beautiful cross-seam feed for Morgan Rielly right to the front of the net. And Calle Jarnkrok with the nice hands in tight just kind of redirects it in past Philip Gustafsson to give the Leafs a 5-3 lead. That was almost midway through the third period. Rielly and Brody have assisted in the play at 9:54 of the third period. And it's a very good moment there because that regains a 2-goal advantage. And then the onslaught begins. Less than a minute after that. Are you flipping kidding me? Auston Matthews, after last year, everyone's like, oh God, is he the same? Is this Auston Matthews? He had a 40-goal year, blah, blah, blah. Well, he gets the puck. Marner fires it down low. Matthews gets in the wraparound, beats Gustin to the far side. Back-to-back hat tricks for Auston Matthews. He's got 6 flipping goals in 2 games. And the Leafs are up 6-3, and the confidence started to come back up again. But they weren't done yet, right? With about less than 2 minutes after that, William Nylander. Oh, there's the Calle Jarnkrok goal. Hold on a minute. There. Klingberg up to Willie Nylander coming on the far side, beats Philip Gustin, low blocker, short side. And that was twice now in the game that I saw Risters beat him short side, or not short side, but low blocker. The Matthews first goal and that one from William Nylander at least caught my eye as low blocker shots on Philip Gustafsson. Willie Nylander, as much as Auston Matthews had a 2-goal night, Willie Nee had 2 beautiful goals. A beautiful shot there for goal number 3 on the season, and the first goal of his game was just disgusting. But everyone's going to talk about Matthews, and it's okay. Matthews' goal, by the way, at 10:25 of the third period was a lone assist from Mitch Marner, Willie Nylander from John Tavares, and John Klingberg at 12:14. And then Duham, whoever. Less than 3 minutes to play, he scores to make it a 7-4 game. And that's all she wrote. Jake McCabe couldn't tie him up in front of the net, which I don't know how. And he just bangs it home past Samsonov. Can't blame Sam. He can't see the damn puck, but shots on goal in the game, 33-32 Leafs, which is crazy. I was expecting Minnesota playing this trap style, looking for dump and chases, this and that, and the shots on goal would be like 25-20 and it'd be a 2-1 game. Nope, 33-32 in shots in a 7-4 hockey game. Wild. No pun intended. All right, let's get into these team stats. So Leafs were 2 for 3 in the power play, and then they were 2 for 4 on was that Wednesday against Montreal? They had 1 power play in the hockey game. Leafs did a really good job of killing that one off. And Ryan Reeves also crushed a guy and then fought Marcus Foligno. So good stuff there. The one glaring thing, though, for me is Ilya Samsonov. That is now 4 goals on 32 shots today, a save percentage of .875. Back-to-back games where he's allowed more than 4 goals. He allowed 5 against Montreal. And I really wanted him to have that clean third period, but it did not happen. And if you're Sheldon Keefe, look, you've seen 2 games of Samsonov. He hadn't looked great, albeit the decor. Like I really feel like they've hung him out to dry a few times as well. But I want to see a little bit of Joseph Woll as well. So do you see him on Monday against Chicago, against Connor Bedard? We'll see. Key players in the game, Auston Matthews. What else is new? Another hat trick for Bud. For Tone, or Poppy, whatever you want to call him. Willie Nylander with a 3-point night, 2 goals and assists. Calle Jarnkrok with a goal and an assist. Bertuzzi had a goal and was a +3. Morgan Rielly, a couple apples and a +4. Marner's 2 assists and a +1. JT had 2 assists. Good vibes flowing, man. How in the hell Domi had an assist was a -1. Jake McCabe a -2. I don't get that stuff. But who cares? The Leafs win it 7-4, and you move on to the next one. Great game. Entertaining game for Leaf fans. Hell, the wave was happening at one point in the third period. Great vibes. Just keep going. The defensive play has to get better, though. Next game for the Toronto Maple Leafs, they host the Chicago Blackhawks. Connor Bedard and former Leaf Peter Mrazek will be in the cage for the Chicago Blackhawks on Monday night, 7 o'clock puck drop there. That video will be uploaded later than usual, but it will be uploaded on Monday night. I can guarantee you guys that. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and the game today, because it was damn entertaining again, hit the like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys not already. Comment down below. Thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game, would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Maple Leafs? Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below. So follow up there if you've not done so already, and I'll talk to you guys. Of course, I'll be here on Sunday, tomorrow, Raptors edition, as they take on a team I've never heard of in a preseason game, game 2 of 4. 6 o'clock tip-off there tomorrow. And as for the Leafs, they're back in action on Monday as they host Connor Bedard and the Chicago Blackhawks at Scotiabank Arena, 7 p.m. puck drop there. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the dub today. Talk to you guys then.